Humans suck. Going home. Back to the Batcave. No, I went to dinner already and I'm heading back to the Batcave. So, curry beef and flank steak. Good stuff. Do I feel better? I'm just dealing with more assholes. You know, human beings suck. Society has failed, at least in America. I'm on the train on the North Coast. Oh, you should see all the jerk asses I've been dealing with lately. Nobody has respect for each other. They don't want to hear you tell them that you don't want to hear their nasty, loud, vile, vulgar, urban music. Jasmine, you're up late. Or what was the other one? Oh, the guy, I was discussing some new bike lanes downtown on another platform. And you know what this guy's response was? He sent a video of somebody leaning out of a car throwing a bottle at a bicyclist and the bicyclist crashing. That was his response. Violence. I told him, bring it on. Bring it on, douchebag. I also told him that his picture of himself with a full face flag mask didn't make him a patriot. Sorry, my battery went dead and I was able to get the big battery out quickly. Sometimes it lets me get back in, and it did. Well, you're not next to me, and I'm not talking that loud, and there's 3 people on the train. Well, maybe I can do something around the house if I can get motivated. Oh shoot, I don't have my razor knife. Damn it. I left that at the building, I think. Shave? No. Work on stuff. Cleaning. Throwing stuff out. What do we got on the floor tonight? Always like to see what's on the floor of the public transit. Sometimes we got some good snacks. Sometimes there's a floor beer. What's over there? Oh, there's ashes or sick tobacco. What is that? Tobacco or Liza Minnelli. Most people on this train wouldn't even know who she is. Tubbs. It's okay, I can smell it from here. That's a deep subject. Are we switching tracks up here or what? So this is the guy's response to me. I've been hit with a couple bottles while I was bicycling. If I could have caught those motherfuckers, I would have. not really. I did buy. I didn't buy it. Came with some shrimp. I bought a box of cook in the bag rice, and I'd never even done that before. So I've used it twice. There were 4 bags in the box. It cooks, very easily. I need to get like a rice cooker, I think. I think that would be the best thing for me. Just a bunch of, bigoted, redneck, knuckle dragging human beings who think a car should have all the rights of everything, screw other human beings, The original post was about 2 streets downtown getting changed around. They're going to become one-way streets, so it'll be like a loop. And they're going to put some bike lanes and better pedestrian walkway and crossings in. And it's only a few blocks downtown. And we have no one-way streets downtown, not big ones. There's a couple little side streets. And almost every comment was negative. How they hated bicyclists, how they hate bike lanes, just all nasty, ugly people. No, in downtown Cleveland, there's only a couple one-way streets. And these will be the first 2 big streets turned into one-way streets. So people are crying already. Oh, it's gonna ruin my life. Oh yeah, Houston's famous for no sidewalks. Their ugly building codes allowed them to build like right up to nothing. Oh yeah, that's legend. You can read all about that kind of nasty, no zoning, urban planning. Yep. My streets are not scary. It functions better. Cities like Pittsburgh and Philly and New York, they function very well with one-way streets. Scary. Why would a one-way street be scary? Where are we at? I don't know where I'm going. Where I'm at. I like it fine in all the cities I've used. I like one-way streets. No. I was there for a couple years. Sort of lived in Center City, like 21st and Pine, somewhere in that neighborhood. No. Hear the beeping? Fire alarm's going off in the Rapid station. Fire alarm's going off. Oh, the fire truck's there. Fire truck's already there. Bosco. Fireman Bosco. Oh, I love that. Was a great episode. Bosco. except I don't think it was about Bosco. What is Bosco? Look it up. You ever had Ovaltine? There's a go Google on YouTube. Google Seinfeld Bosco. I love Seinfeld. All right, I'm going to be hanging up here so I can change vehicles. Yeah. Don't give her the answer. Make her work for it. Do they even sell it anymore? Is Bosco even made anymore? Oh, yeah. Yeah, Google Bosco in Seinfeld Bosco. Seinfeld. I have to hang up. The Batcave is secret. All right. Doors closing. Doesn't your man care about that? There's nobody here. Message held for review. View message. Well, I know some people that would be. Super jealous types. It looks like nobody's at the inn tonight. Lots of these stations are hangouts for homeless. Houseless or homeless. Ghosts. Wet floor. Wet floor. Apartmentless. Okay. Anyway, I don't think I've ever been the jealous type. No, never dated anyone that was the jealous type. I don't think. Never dealt with any of that kind of crazy drama. I see people in crazy drama situations all the time. I don't. Why would you put yourself in a relationship? Is the sex that good? Do they cook and clean that well? I don't get it. The trade-off isn't, and sometimes these things happen, I think, over time. They don't happen right away. I dated a gal who ended up marrying. I guess they got married. And he was a real green-eyed monster. He thought every guy that she talked to, she worked with at the hospital, every doctor was screwing her. He would come home and beat on shit and break cabinets, and she stayed with him. I could have stayed with her, but at the time I was stupid and chasing another woman. And then that blew up. But I don't get it. I don't know. Never had the right woman, obviously. I think she's the only one I dated that ever got married. And she wanted another kid. She had at least one more kid with him. I don't know, maybe two, maybe just one. I don't know. Because we completely never really communicated much anymore after they got together. And she actually had to call me the one time and tell me, after I came over to fix some electric at their house for the swimming pool, to not come over or call her anymore, because he came home and was, stupid nasty, and she didn't need a guy. I mean, but she wanted a relationship, and I don't know. She's a nurse, registered nurse working in the ER at a major hospital. She's a gun owner. She passed the fireman's test. Very capable human being, and Latina, well, Puerto Rican gal, high school. Zulma. Still have eyes for her, but she's still married. But of the 3 long-term relationships I had in my life, none of them ever married. Yeah. She was a nurse. She is a nurse. Parma Hospital. I've dated a lot of nurses, actually. Of all the professions, I guess that's probably the most I've dated were nurses. Oh, actually 2 doctors, sorry. So a lot of medical people. Jan, she's an OBGYN. Joan became a veterinarian. Yeah, oh well. I'd like to see Jan. She's in Philly, back home in Philly now. if I can ever get up there, we will at least get together and see each other in person for the first time in a long time. We talk on email. It's a great career field. There's so many opportunities, you know. I grew up in it. We had nursing homes when I was younger, and then I worked at a couple hospitals. So I know a lot about the medical field, and I visited every ER in the county back in the day. I was getting injured everywhere. A booty call in Cali? I don't think I ever really did. I got a lot of friends in LA, but I don't think I ever really had any woman I hooked up with out there ever. Just traveled with some women out there, that's all. No. What the frick is going on? I better not have missed my ride. Hold on. Oh, I got better power tools than that silly thing that uses batteries. It's nice out tonight. It's going to get warm this week. It's going to get up to maybe 80. I still want to meet a woman who has an F-Zoll. Do you know what a Sawzall is? Do you know what an F-Zoll is? I want to meet a woman that wants to go to the fetish club. That's what I want. You don't go around on the internet much, do you? You don't read what's his name? What's his name's column? The great sex column. What's his name? Dan. Oh my God. You work for a living. You can still read this stuff. Dan. What the heck? I can't think of his name here. So the local free newspaper in town, they have his column in the back of it. He's quite famous. You might know him. You might not know him. What is that doing? Oh, stop that phone. Dan Savage, yes, there you go, Tubbs. Tubbs knows. Yes, I was looking it up. I couldn't get it out of my mouth. Yes, Dan Savage. Go read his column online, Shark. It'll open your eyes. All kinds of questions mostly from LGBTQ people, but lots of heterosexual questions. Dan is a gay man, lives in Seattle, quite famous. Married, I think they have one or two kids. I think he might even have a podcast and he have had TV shows. I don't know, but Dan is awesome. Gives great advice, succinct advice, man. And he's got a lot of. He's a great writer, yes, and he's got. He brings professionals in to answer in a lot of his columns on certain questions. It could be a question about STDs. It could be a question about fetishes. He'll bring a professional in to answer. Yeah, no, he's just a great writer. And there's a lot of stock replies that he will give people, and some of them are abbreviations. And one of the things that people do in his columns, when they sign the question that they're posting, they'll go, they'll spell it out. It could be a sentence, be like, it could mean the words would be like, I cunt no, for example, LICK. So he'll come back to you and respond to you as lick. So you have to read a bunch of it to get some of that, so you understand it. It's a fun thing. Oh, just waiting on a different limousine here. Yeah, Dan Savage. So yeah, he's in the Scene magazine. I don't know if you can read the Scene magazine column, read his column in it online. I don't know, but you can find his columns in many publications. You know who Dr. Ruth is, Shark? Dr. Ruth was awesome. Dr. Joyce Brothers, two more famous sex columnists. There's a woman I've been following lately. She's a pretty awesome sex columnist. Where'd I stumble onto her? She's really good. She does YouTube videos, I think. So there's an Uber driver in downtown Cleveland, and in the rear windows of his car, he's got a signs in the window, like vinyl signs for his personal driving experience. And the name of his company, Ride or Die. Ride or Die. Oh my God, it's so funny. Oh, you never saw Dr. Ruth or the other woman on? They would always be on the late night talk shows like Johnny Carson and Leno, all those late night people. Hey, Abby. So we're talking about sex columnists, Abby. Do you know who Dan Savage is? Do you know who Dr. Ruth is? Dr. Joyce Brothers, do you know any of them? Shark doesn't know about any of this stuff. Oh my. I can't get why all these things are not on time. I don't get why this system is so out of... I don't get it. Oh my God, yes, Dan he's gone after Bush. Oh, he's gone after a couple of politicians big time. Yes, he's fearless. Yes. You can look it up. I forget, but you can look it up. You don't, should I? Dan Savage's column is very cool. You can read all up about him. He's very big. He's got a big column. Killed his career. I can't remember. Was that Weiner? I just saw Weiner mentioned in a post the other day on something. I think it was New York Congressman, not him, not Congressman Weiner. Was it him? Yeah, I remember it, but I can't, there's too much in my damn brain. My friends are always amazed. It's like, how do you know all this shit? I don't know. I mean, I pick it up easily, but, you have to be out there. I have friends who don't know anything about the city. They don't know anything. They don't know anything. They might know their neighborhood, and that's it. They don't know anything about what's going on in the city, cool things that are happening, big projects that might be happening, political things that might be going on. They know nothing. Yeah, I think if you contacted a similar group of people in European cities, they would know far more about what's going on in their community than most Americans. It's just sad, I think. All right, I'm gonna hang up. Pay attention here. I'm gonna check, figure out what's going on. And you ate a lot. Is this another date? Not the same guy? Oh, did I leave somebody blocked? Oh, I forgot. I blocked Steve with my fat fingers the one day, and I couldn't unblock him. Maybe you can go find him, Abby. I forgot about that. I couldn't unblock him at that moment. I have to go. If you go in to look at the block list, you can find him. All right, I'm gonna go. I gotta look and see what's going on with this ride. See you guys later, maybe. Ciao.